Joe, obviously, Kristaps back 22 minutes. Was that the plan, and what did you see for him in that time?
Yeah, I thought he played well. Just were able to get back to some of our defensive versatility. Obviously, a little bit of rim protection, a little bit more physicality on the ball because it was back there, and so I thought he brought that offensively. Just really helped our spacing. So it's good to get him back.
And like in the third quarter, when you guys had a little bit of a stumble there at the beginning, you go to Porzingis there for those post-ups. It's an element that you really haven't had, that particular type of play. I mean, just what does it mean to you to have that kind of option when you need to go to something to stop a run?
Yeah, it just changes the frequency of the game. Work to get baskets in a different way, especially versus the different covers. I thought the guys tonight did a great job reading the coverages. The Clippers do a great job changing matchups and coverages on the fly, and we were able to read that throughout the game and kind of get the shot that we wanted. But to have that post presence to where you can get different looks it's important for us.
Joe, with KP early, I think he took 3 of the first 4 shots of the game. Was that a concerted effort to get him involved early, or was that just the guys reading the game, like you said?
Just reading the game, depending upon his matchup. I thought he was open, so it's important that he shoots it when he's open, and I think it was just a byproduct of the matchup that they had to start the game.
Joe, is there like an emotional lift that KP provides, just his energy, the way he engages with the crowd, the fan base, that you guys maybe benefited from as well, besides for all the on-court things that he does?
Yeah, no question. I think just he's a high-level personality. But I think anytime obviously we built an identity with him last year, and I think the guys were excited to get him back. We're ready to have him back. And so between his personality, and I think each guy likes playing with him because of just how he plays and the pressure that we could take off each other. So I definitely felt that.
There's obviously been plenty of emphasis on his ability on offense, but how much does he help you guys in terms of his ability to protect the rim and to be versatile at that end defensively?
Had 11 blocks tonight. Yeah, it helps.
Joe, you mentioned the offensive spacing he provided. Obviously, you guys were playing well without him, and then he comes back. The guys had the experience of playing with him all of last season, but was that something you had to talk about, sort of like don't lose what has been working before versus sort of integrating him back into the offense and the defense?
We didn't mention one word about that.
How pleased were you with the way that they sort of just seamlessly transitioned from the way
I think it's a credit to them in the locker room and just picking up right where they left off from that standpoint. But didn't really have to talk about it. Just the guys know who they are. But it's a credit to them understanding the team basketball and how I think having him back is an example of how the guys positively impact each other. I mean, not just him. If anybody misses that amount of time, you're going to miss them. And when they come back, it's important to have them.
So before the game, Ty Lue said, when you guys are hitting threes, they can't get discouraged. They can't get, they've just got to keep coming. And then obviously Van Gundy knows what you guys are going to do. What kind of chess game is it when they know what you're going to do and you just do it anyway? I mean, is that kind of like that mano y mano you like, that kind of like we're better at what we do than you are at stopping us?
I think when we're at our best, you have to have an understanding of, this is what we do. When we're at our best, we do this. And how long can we stay at the best version of ourselves? It's important. And then, with the KP back, you have an opportunity to go to post-ups. We got backdoor cut for Jason, so it just adds different layers to what you do. But at the end of the day, we're trying to be the best version of ourselves more than other people, and we have an understanding of what that looks like when we're at our best. And, we're slowly getting there.
Payton had a couple steals and some effective possessions against James Harden. What did you see from him as an on-ball defender tonight?
Just his ball pressure. Again, it's another way everyone talks about the shooting, but I think he's really just grown as a player over the last few years to where he finds different ways to impact the game. The shooting's an obvious one, but his ball pressure and his defense has impacted games, this year, last year in particular. So he's just continuing to grow as a player.
With his shooting, Payton and Sam kind of got you guys going in that second quarter and then helped steady you in the third. What do you like about when they're out there together and kind of how they play off each other? What kind of threat do they pose when they're there together?
Yeah, I mean, I like, first of all, that the other guys on the court, Jason, Jalen, Drew, Derek, KP, they understand that those guys are guys that take the pressure off them, those guys that are able to give us a different look. And so I like the fact that our team has an understanding that everyone's got a role, everyone's got a strength, and we can go to different frequencies. And so that second quarter, we went to more off-ball stuff. Jason was a facilitator, and you're just able to do that. So at the end of the day, we got to take advantage of the strengths of the team, and our guys have an understanding of that. Thank you.